Hello, and welcome to I Watched It With My Wife. This is the podcast where my wife Sarah and I watch movies. This week, we watched the relatively new Walt Disney Animation Studios movie, Raya and the Last Dragon. It's the latest in the long line that started with Snow White and included all those great movies from the Disney Renaissance. So, in Raya, there is a kingdom that's been divided up into five separate entities here, all representing part of the dragon. Raya is the daughter of the leader of the heart section. So she's the latest Disney princess. And in the film, the other countries, I guess, within the land or states or provinces or however you want to decide, try to steal the part of the dragon that makes up the heart, and it ends up leading to these creatures made of energy turning almost everyone to stone. And so Raya has to go on a mission to reunite all of the pieces of the heart, Fang, or all the pieces of the dragon, Fang, heart, spine, talon, and tail, and put them together to bring back the last dragon, Shinsu. And so, obviously, along the way, she meets new friends and old enemies. And at the end of the movie, it's actually the woman who, as a girl, betrayed Raya, leading to the heart piece being broken. That ends up, along with Raya, uniting the pieces and bringing about the last dragon. So, Sarah, what did you think of Raya and the Last Dragon?
So I thought it was really cute. I would not say now Raya is a Disney princess now, right?
Yes.
Okay, she's considered a princess. I would not say that this is my favorite princess movie, like Disney princess movie.
Right. No.
But overall I liked it. I'm not gonna say it's my favorite. I'm not gonna say it's my least favorite. I really liked the message of the movie is about trust and unity. I think that it's a very important message we need to in this world, like right now. And yeah, I thought it was cute. I thought it was I think Raya is going to be a great princess for girls, with her being so brave.
Especially of Asian descent, which she is.
Any girl.
Yes, any girl,
but yeah,
especially of Asian descent. We've seen Asian Americans specifically dealing with a lot of prejudice recently.
Yes, we have.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yes, they already had Mulan, but it's good that they have more than one now.
Yeah, but
and Mulan's not an actual. Well,
Mulan is Chinese, right?
She's Chinese. Raya, I forget what country she's supposed to represent. I don't think it's actually Japan, but there's a lot of dragon in both Chinese and Japanese culture.
So they were making a soup, and I thought it was like with her dad. I thought it was like a tom yum soup, which is Thai.
It could be Thailand. You're right. It could be,
but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna look it up right now.
But yes, so while she looks up the soup, I'll tell you about. I really love this movie. We watched it with a friend of ours, and she talked about there's no boring parts in this movie. The interactions between the characters are all really good. The action is really good. There's no slow plotting parts to this movie like there is to so many other movies, be it animated or live action. It's not like, say, Meet the Robinsons, which is just, balls to the wall, start to finish. It goes at a pace where you can feel it moving, but you're not rushed, which has been a criticism of mine for Meet the Robinsons, is that one feels rushed. This moves along at a very nice pace. It starts with a Lord of the Rings style narration, which as a big Lord of the Rings nerd, I thought was really cool. And then dragons are awesome. Just no getting around that. Dragons are awesome.
Yeah. I mean, these dragons weren't like dragony.
These were not like the dragons you see in Harry Potter or like Mushu from Mulan. These dragons were colorful and happy, but still really cool.
Yes. Going back to what ethnicity is Raya, she's supposed to be from Southeast Asia, but from a fictional country in Southeast Asia.
That would explain why somebody, when I was talking about it, hinted they thought it was Vietnam, which is in Southeast Asia. That would make sense. Or maybe Laos or Cambodia, also right there.
Would Thailand be considered Southeast Asia?
I think Thailand is
If I'm not
closer.
mistaken.
I don't know where Thailand is located in if it's Southeast Asia or if it's another part of Asia. I thought Thailand was up closer to Japan, but I could be wrong. Admittedly, Asian geography is not my strong suit. Yep, Thailand is listed as part of Southeast Asia, so
Okay.
So it very well could be Thailand.
So she could be Thai, she could be Vietnamese. She could be from Singapore, the Philippines.
Myanmar, Malaysia, Laos, Indonesia, Cambodia, or Brunei.
Or Timor Leste. I've never heard of that country.
I've only heard it called Timor. I've never heard the last part of it.
So if you are from Timor, I am sorry. I've never heard of your country. So feel free to tell me about it.
I hope this gets there and we get them in our analytics.
Yeah, no, it'd be really cool to hear from you guys and what your day-to-day life is there. Anyway, I'm getting off topic now. But no, yeah, I got the soup. It looked like the soup was like a tom yum soup, and if you've ever, that is one of my favorite Thai soups.
Sarah loves Asian food, so as soon as she saw the soup, she was on board.
I was like, "Ooh, is that tom yum?" I was all excited. I was like, "Let's order food like right now." Yeah, no, Asian food is an obsession of mine. All Asian food, not just like Chinese food. I love Thai, I love Japanese, I love it all. But again, we're digressing. I really did like this movie a lot. I loved certain aspects of it. I felt like there was a lot more action in this movie than there were even some action films you've made me watch.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I really liked the message. The message was, we have to try to trust each other and unify. For a good world, we have to all the parts of the dragon have to unite. They can't all be at war with each other for the world to be at peace, or for the world to be any good at all. Everybody's going to die if we're all at war. And the message was we have to unify and respect each other. And the world needs that message right now.
Yeah, I would agree with that. On top of that, the cast is predominantly Asian, which makes sense in an Asian film. Some of the criticisms of earlier Disney efforts set in other countries is using white voice actors or voice actors that don't fit the roles. Namely, Eddie Murphy and Mushu, being a dragon might be a complaint, but since it's not a person, not as bad. But, was it Scott Weinger from Full House voicing Aladdin? Was a complaint. I remember because Aladdin is Middle Eastern. What some other ones?
Yeah, but you could make that complaint about
a lot of early animated movies.
Not just Disney though, but like even
I'm not saying just Disney.
Even in cinema in general, yeah. You did say Disney specifically, but you could make that point with any pretty much any movie franchise and any movie company.
Yeah. Or
up until recently.
Or, most of the main characters in The Emperor's New Groove, David Spade, John Goodman, they're both white. Eartha Kitt is black. The movie is set in Peru, so they should be Hispanic. So this one, it has a big, we got Kelly Marie Tran, Awkwafina. Kelly Marie Tran is Raya. Awkwafina is Sisu. I forget the name of the girl that plays the quote-unquote villain. Raya's father is voiced by Daniel Day Kim. So, they got a lot of lot of well-known Asian actors as well, which is a good which is good. So helps with the press there, and a lot less backlash than there was for the live action version of Mulan in the Asian markets because of that. That one had the problems because the actress who played Mulan was very outspoken. I can't remember if it was in support or against the government in Hong Kong, but so that led to some backlash in Hong Kong and China. But Sarah said earlier, she's like, it's not her favorite, it's not her least favorite of the princess films. I agree with that. It's not my favorite. It's not my least favorite, but I really like this. It's actually, I did a ranking on Facebook out there, and I ranked this my third favorite princess film in the animation line. For Beauty and the Beast is number one, and Little Mermaid's number two. For those of you who don't know. So, Sarah, my question here is: if this is not your favorite? Where would it? There are 13 of them. Where do you think this would rank? What is your favorite, and what is your least favorite?
My least favorite Disney princess movie. Well, my least favorite Disney movie is Lion King, and Lion King is not a princess movie.
No, it's not.
My favorite would probably be either Aladdin or The Little Mermaid. If you're going with animated, if you're going with live action, Beauty and the Beast is my favorite live action princess movie.
I was just going for the animated ones there.
Okay.
Because that's for the 13. And
okay. Because I feel like the live action Beauty and the Beast is so much better than the animated.
It's literally the same movie, scene for scene.
It's so prettier. It's just I don't know, the live action is just prettier than the animated.
It's one of the better live actions, I'll agree. But that's
there. I would have to say
Aladdin is not a princess movie either, just so you know.
It's not? I thought Jasmine was a princess.
Jasmine is a princess. That doesn't make it a princess movie. Aladdin is the main character.
Then Little Mermaid.
Yeah. See, this is where it gets weird on these things, because Disney Princess is a toy line, and Jasmine is one of the toys in that. So people will lump in the movies on there. The crazy thing is, because of the runaway success of Frozen, they have not added Anna or Elsa to the toy line of Disney princesses. They've given them their own lines. So they don't fall under the Disney princess line, but it's a Disney princess movie. So this is where it gets, and then even weirder is Merida from Brave is considered a Disney princess in the toy line, but Brave is a Pixar movie.
So I've never seen Brave.
But Brave does not count in one of the 13 that I was talking about either, though. Sorry.
Okay. So why don't you tell me what they are so I know what 13 you're talking about? Because there are so many offshoots that we could go here. So why don't you name them and I'll tell you what one I like the least.
Okay. The 13 Disney princess movies for the Walt Disney Animation Studios are Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Pocahontas, Mulan, Tangled, The Princess and the Frog, Frozen, and Frozen 2. And how many did I just name?
I don't know. I lost count.
I lost count too. 1 second. Let me pull up the list I made. Moana and Raya.
Okay. So, all right. I would have to say, all right, I'm going to change my favorite, actually, now that you've listed it, because I forgot about Cinderella. And I really like, Cinderella is probably my favorite. Followed very closely by The Little Mermaid. My least favorite, I'm going to have to say, I've never seen Tangled.
We may have to watch Tangled for one of these.
Yeah, I've never really seen Tangled.
It's a really cute movie.
I've seen Moana. I like it. I still haven't seen the animated Mulan. So I can't say. I did watch Princess and the Frog. I've seen Frozen. I have not seen Frozen 2. But I already know the princess is there. I've seen Snow White. I'm going to say Sleeping Beauty or Tangled would be my least favorite, but I don't want to be unfair because I've never seen Tangled. So I'm going to say Sleeping Beauty is my least favorite.
So you say Cinderella is your favorite and Sleeping Beauty is your least favorite. Where do you think Raya would fall in there?
Based off of this list, probably like 7.
Yeah, I can see that. Like I said, I have Raya third. Beauty and the Beast is my favorite princess movie. My least favorite is Sleeping Beauty. Seriously, it's a terrible princess movie. It's a bad movie. It really is. But, we're not here to criticize Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, we're here to talk about Raya.
Now,
watch it with your kids. That's what I would say, or by yourself.
Yes. Now let's move on to Sarah's favorite segment, Snacks with Sarah.
Wait, my favorite what?
Segment.
Okay. So for Snacks with Sarah, we actually had my best friend over when we watched this. So, and then we're recording it like 2 days later. I don't know how many days it's been.
It's only been 2.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. So for Snacks with Sarah, I made my famous beer cheese, and we dipped chips. What kind of chips? Hint of lime.
Tostitos hint of lime. Yeah.
In the beer cheese. And I want to say I had a Sam Adams Porch Rocker, right? And a Gansett.
I don't remember what you drank. I drank Mountain Lightning, the Walmart form of Mountain Dew, because we watched that, and then I had to go to work.
Yeah.
Because we watched in the middle of the week, and I work third shift. So there's that. So I wasn't drinking anything alcoholic that night.
Yes. But I had the night off, so I had a beer.
And Joey watched it with us. Well, yes. Parts of it with us.
Yes, Joey was up through most of it. He watched it with us. He seemed to like it.
He seems to like things with bright colors as long as they're not too loud.
He liked the beer cheese.
He did like the beer cheese.
And my friend also approved of my beer cheese. So for those of you who are interested in knowing about my beer cheese, I will give you the recipe if you email it me. Withmywifepod@gmail.com. If you email me or comment on one of our posts recipe for the beer cheese, I would love to give it to you.
It's a delicious. It's not as good as queso, but still, it's beer cheese.
Beer cheese.
I like beer cheese too. I like any type of cheese you dip.
Well, what queso is it's cheese. It's melty cheese with beer in it. That's all beer cheese is.
Yes, I understand.
Also, it's really good with pretzels.
It's really good, period. But now, let's move on to our rankings. So, Sarah, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rank Raya and the Last Dragon?
I give it an 8.
Any reasoning?
It's a good... All right, it's not the best princess film I've ever seen. It's not the best Disney film I've seen. It's really good and solid, though. Yeah. So I give it a good, solid 8.
I give it a 9. Of the movies we've watched since we started this podcast, this is my favorite one. This is better than any of the Bond movies we watched. We know I'm a big Bond fan. This is better than any of the superhero movies we watched. This is better than the other Disney movies we watched or the Pixar movies we watched. This is a good movie. I really like this movie.
See, I think I liked Soul a little bit better.
I like this better than Soul. I'm interested to see what happens. Our next film we're going to watch is the next Pixar movie, Luca, which is about sea monsters in Italy.
Cool. I like sea monsters.
I thought she was going to say she likes Italy, but...
No, I've never been. But I will go if anyone wants to sponsor us and send me to Italy. Just kidding, guys.
And for our next document, we do documentaries and docuseries as well. For the next one of those, we will continue watching This is a Robbery on Netflix about the art heist at the Elizabeth Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston, Massachusetts.
Yes.
But that will do it for this episode of I Watched It With My Wife. So reach out to us if you will care to at withmywifepod@gmail.com. You can also find With My Wife stuff on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I think we're still I Watched It With My Wife on Facebook. We are it's @WatchedWife on Twitter, and our Instagram handle, I believe, is With My Wife Pod. All right, and so we will see you again next week.
Good night.